I'm going to show you how to make a FirePlace Cricket. Now I start off by making a 7-inch flange. This one is 57 3/8 inches wide. And they can be any size. I mean all the way down to 10 inches, 12 inches, up to over 100 inches. This one is 57 3/8. So I draw my 7-inch flange. Now I'm going to take half of 57 3/8, which is 28 11/16. And I'm going to make 2 lines, 28 11/16. That's half of the cricket. Scribe a line. And now I'm going to go 28 11/16 again. 28 11/16. And then the other 7-inch flange for the other side. Right to there. That's going to be the cut line. And this will be a cut line. This line right here. I'll cut that off. This is my other side. Okay, now this is a 3/12 pitch. So what I do is I take 3, and then whatever I'm going to add to my cricket, that's how tall I make the corners. I'm going to add 4 inches to my cricket. So that means 4 and 3 is 7. So I make it 7 1/4 on that flange, 4 1/4 on this one, because that's what I added to the 3/12 pitch. 7 1/4 here. Now I'm going to cut it off and lay out the cricket. Now I'm going to cut it to length. This is the cut flange. I cut this all the way off, and then I'm going to cut in on my 7-inch side. Actually hem a 1/4 inch just to make it a little bit stronger on the back. So I'm going to cut a little bit off here. Do the same thing. I'm cutting up to the 7 1/4 inch. Now I'm going to get my tape measure and measure it to make sure. 57 3/8 is what I'm going for, which is what I got. Now I'm going to lay out the cricket. I get a measurement from where I put my 4-inch mark for where the cricket is to that. That's 29 inches. So I'm going to add a 1/2 inch to it. 29 1/2. So I'm going to lay out 29 1/2 inches. And this flange here is a 1/2 inch. So I go up to 29 1/2, make a prick. Now, crickets are 12 inches tall. So I'm going to make another 1/2 inch flange and make this 12 inches tall. Now, I draw a line from here to here. I draw one more line. This is a flange, spot welding flange. And that's a cut line right there. I put pricks here so that I can see it when I break it. Now I'm going to cut the cricket out and use this cricket to make the other half. Now I trim this in so that I can bend this flange. You'll see in a minute when I bend it. Now I use this as a pattern to make the other half. There's 1/2 of the cricket right there. Turn it upside down. This is going to be the other half. Get it evenly on there. Scribe my lines. Now I'm going to hit these pricks. These are going to be the pricks that I use to bend up the flange. There's 6 of them. 2 on each flange. 3 flanges. Okay, now I'm ready to cut it again, the other half, and I will show you how I break this cricket. The other one. The pattern that I made it off of. Okay, the cricket is done. I will show you how I break it. Put it in like that. They're opposites each other. I'm going to put it on this 1/2 inch flange that I pricked. Put this one on the 1/2 inch flange. Now I'm going to bend this up 90 degrees. This is a spot welding flange. Now I'm going to pull it out and break it the other way. I pull it all the way out to that prick. And I pull it out to that prick. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up so that it's 3 inches above there. About that high. If it was a 512, it'd be that high. So there's about 3 inches. It springs back a little bit. Now I'm going to break the other flanges. And this will finish it, and then I'll show you how I spot weld it. See how I'm getting it on those pricks right there that I pricked? Right on them. Now I just know from experience that I break it up about that much. Now I'm going to spot weld it together. I put them together like that. Lap it so that there's a 1/2 inch lap on each side. Get them together. Now I'm going to put a spot weld in it. Now it's not going anywhere. Now I spot weld the whole thing. Do the back side. I'm going to set this over here and show you how I'm going to break the cricket. I put it into a 1/4 inch because I'm going to hem that just to make it a little stiffer. This is the part that goes up against the back of the chase. And I hem this, smash it down. Now I'm going to pull it out to the 7 inch prick that I cut in. Now here's where I bend it up on a 312. I'm going to bend it up on the pitch. That's 90 degrees right there. That's a 112, 212, 312, about right there. Pull these flanges down. I'm going to smash them down and spot weld my corners on there. So I smash that down. Smash this one down. Now I'm going to show you how I spot weld the corners on it. I'm going to start with this corner. My partner there helps me sometimes. If this one's small enough, I can do it by myself. So I put that flange in like that. Get a weld in it. Now I'm going to weld that flange. Now I'm going to check it to make sure it's spot welding good. It's not going to break loose on me. And then I'll show you how I put the cricket in there. Get a spot weld right there. Once you get one in, she's stuck. Now I'm going to spot weld the cricket in it. I put that up there like that. Get my cricket. The cricket is just another name for a water diverter. It just keeps the water from standing behind the back of the chase. Okay, now I put it in here. I broke it just a little bit too much, so I'm going to flatten this down just a little bit. Put it back in there. Now I get it on this prick, And then I'm going to get my first weld in there. I got it on the prick, I push it up against that. Right there like that. Get one, it ain't going nowhere. Got that. Now I'll do this side. And spot weld the whole thing. Couple in it. It doesn't go anywhere. I got it. I spot weld all along this flange. Now I'm going to solder this flange here so that no water can get in. Spot weld this other flange. Always put 2 or 3 down there at the end. I've made thousands of these. Okay, now I'm going to put it on the table and stick it down so that I can spot weld this. Now you can see it's beginning to look like something. So I take my acid, this is muriatic acid, and I put it in 3 spots where I'm going to stick this down. Now we got an iron, a soldering iron going. So I take this iron and I stick this down right here. That way it's not going to go anywhere when I go to spot weld it. Let it cool. I do the same thing here. Stick it down in 2 or 3 places. Let it cool. I got it stuck down. Now I'm going to spot weld like that. This part goes up against the chase. This goes on the roof. Now I'm going to spot weld the cricket in there. We start on this end. Put 2 or 3 right there at the very end. And I spot weld all along this flange. Just go ahead and just let it. So I'm going to spot along the whole flange, and we will be ready to solder in just a minute. I always get a couple extra right in there. Now I'm going to do this half. Okay, it's ready to solder. Let me just show you a little bit how I solder it. Go ahead and pause. Okay, I'm going to show you how to solder it. I'm going to solder a small portion. I won't solder the whole thing, but I'll show you how we do it. The first thing I do is put the muriatic acid on it. Now, muriatic acid is just sulfuric acid that is watered down. It's not quite as strong as sulfuric acid. And this is what we use to eat the galvanized coating off so that the solder will stick to it. So I've wiped my acid on there. Now I'm going to get my iron and a bar of solder and show you how we solder. Here's how we solder. I put the iron on there. I put a little bit of solder. I pull. A little drop of solder. I pull. All the way up to the top. Now I do the same thing. Now I can solder right or left-handed, it doesn't really matter, but when you first get started, you're probably going to solder right-handed. But that's how you do it. You put that right up against that seam, and then I pull it a little bit. A little drop and pull. A drop and pull. See how that's soldering? And I'm going to solder this whole thing. But that's how you do it.